Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nado Technology, and I'm here to present this very minor case here. And what is the problem of this motherboard? Quickly, let us power the motherboard and let's see what's wrong with this motherboard. This is my DC supply here, and I've plugged in my adapter here, and here is what I'm going to do. I'll power. Look at the consumption on the DC, which means everything is fine. Basically, the problem is that there is no backlight. Initially, the person thought it was display. When he came, I told him this thing is caps locking, so you have to face backlight, not display. I'll power this board and let's see what is the condition. Normally, to power, I'll place my meter at the diode range. This is my diode range, and as usual, red probe at ground and black probe at trigger point. I've triggered my board. It is going to restart. See, let's wait for it. Okay, now the system is powered. Now you can't see anything on the screen presently, but with the aid of flashlight, I should be able to show you what we have on the screen. And quickly, let me do that. Let's see if we have anything here. Can you see that? I'm working on making it more clearer. The good one must take you on that time with the thing show. No, I can see something, but it's not showing on the camera. It's like something is coming up here. Just flash the light around the ear. Do you see anything? Nothing is showing on the screen. Actually, something is showing, but the camera is not picking it. It's a very small one. In fact, you have to position the phone very well to flash the light. But no problem with that. Can you see anything? How about now? Alright, nothing. But something is actually showing. So let's not waste time on that one. Let's proceed. Basically, I'll quickly go through this by opening the schematic, and already I have the schematic on my screen. And here is what I'm going to do. I will trace each and every voltage one after the other, and let's see which one of them is missing. As you can see here, this is the LVDS connector here, CON16, as I have it here. Now I'll turn off my motherboard and let's see. This is the connector here. This is the connector. You see that now, and this is the connector here as well. According to the sequence here, we have the from top to the lower, we have 40 here and we have pin number 1 here. So if look at the connector here, if you check this marking, what do we have there? We have 40 here and we have pin number 1 here. So if I'm counting from 40, it's going to be here. If I'm counting from 1, it is going to be here. So basically, I'll start from the very first one, which is the pin number 40. That is the main rail of the 19, the main power supply, which is this one, this particular voltage. Basically, the first basic one I need here is this pin number 40, 39, 38. Okay, which is that one? Pin number 1 and 2. This one definitely I will have this pin number 3 before going for this and before going for any other thing. These two later. So those are the basic one I need first. So now let's quickly check what are the missing and the available one. Now I'll power my board again and I'll trigger my board. As usual, multimeter at diode range, red at ground, and my connector is out this time around. Look at the DC supply. I'll trigger from here. Do you have anything? Not yet. So let me trigger again. No power switch, you have to trigger. So let me off this and give it like 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, I've powered again. Now let's trigger. Now the board has triggered, and like I've said, you have to wait for it to restart again. Nothing. I believe by now the display is up. So let's check the available and missing voltage, which is the first one. Starting from the lower part here, I should have 3 volts, or let me start from the first pin at the top. So pin number 1, 40, 38, 39, what do we have? We have 5 millivolts. 5 millivolts. Here I'm supposed to have 19 volts VBAT, adapter and battery voltage. In battery case 12 volts, in adapter voltage here, in adapter voltage I should have 19. So, and where is this coming from? Coming from these two capacitors. Basically there used to be a fuse, and if you look at this line carefully here, I want to show you the line so that you see clearly. If you look at this line carefully from here, you will notice I don't want to use anything iron and I don't want to turn off the board. Look at this line here, it is connected to these two capacitors here, and these two capacitors are not really looking fine, but no pressure. What I'll do is I'll check the voltage there as well. So now what do we have there? We have the same 0 volt there, nothing. So since that one is missing, before doing anything, I will even try and jump that particular one and let's see what will happen on the motherboard. So this time around I have to turn this board off and connect my screen connector. The connector is in. Before jumping anything, let's see if that part is shorted or something, because the capacitors are not looking fine. So multimeter at diode range, and let's check what do we have at the impedance. Let me place my multimeter here so I can see it clearly. What do we have? Okay, we are good. Now at my testing point, what do we have? We have, this is short. Do we have short? Okay, this is 547. This multimeter probe is touching this particular part, and this is ground, so that was why I was getting 0.3 before. So now the real actual value is 548, which means the impedance is fine. So what I'm going to do is, let's check what is the normally we used to have fuse or coil around here before this voltage. So let's check if we have any fuse or coil. Okay, paste and so as you can see in this motherboard, we don't have any fuse or coil before the vein and before going into the screen. This is the DC in, this is the first MOSFET, second MOSFET, this is the charging IC, and you know this is the birthplace of the main 19 volt tray. So exactly this name is the name we have on pin. Exactly this name is the name we have on that particular pin of LVDS, and as you can see, this is the birthplace, this is the CLR point, the ultimate source of that particular 19. So therefore there is no need for looking for any pin. So what I'm thinking from here now is that maybe there must have been a kind of disconnection internally on this motherboard. What I'll do is I'll tap 19 volt from any source and jump it there. Let's see what we have. Look at this at the top MOSFET of any PWM, like this place, this is a PWM. This is the inputting J pad. So this is the inputting pad for separating 19 volt from getting to PWM section. So I'll definitely have 19 here because this is the drain of top MOSFET. So I'll jump 19 from this angle down to this angle, and let's see what we have. So what I'll do is I'll trigger my board again before doing that for testing purpose. The board is triggered, don't worry, it is going to restart. Let me quickly use this meter for that. In doing this, I've just connected my meter in such a way that these two are serving me like a just normal straight wire, whether I turn it on or I'm turning it off. So these two probes are serving me as normal straight wire. This is just a jumper. So I'll keep one part of the probe at the top capacitor, and I'll keep one at any 19 volt. I'll use this. One have to be careful with this. Be careful not to hit another pin. And here, what do we have? Now we have the backlight and everything is fine. Again, my hand must have shaken. So let's do this again. Here and here, everything is fine, as you can see. So 19 volt is missing. The rail of 19 volt is missing on this board. So all I'm going to do now is simple. I will just tap 19 from this. I can search for 19 on any part of the board, but I will just search for 19 that is closer to this bit and jump the wire from there. So after doing that, my case is solved. Thank you.